Hi, welcome to the Pam Paris channel. My podcast is now in progress. Let's tune in. Okay, Jay, what's your question for today?
Okay, I have an interesting question for you today as opposed to yesterday. Now, today's question is this. A man is supposed to approach the woman first when it comes to relationships. He is supposed to invite her out to a dinner, and then if she does agree to go to dinner, he would maybe open the car door for her, open the door to the restaurant, pull the chair out, pay for the dinner, be a gentleman, all of those things. So my question is, what is expected from a woman?
It is to be polite,
Okay, so that's what a man gets for his dinner.
to say thank you.
So a man gives her a dinner that cost him $200.
Well, what's the conversation? We're just sitting there and staring at each other and not talking
No,
about anything?
I'm asking you, what do you bring to that dinner table? Because
I bring good conversation.
you bring good conversation. So what
I
would
bring
you?
my beauty.
Okay, well, first of all, what is good conversation? How do you know it's good conversation?
Oh, when you're having a good time and you enjoy what...
How do you know that it's a good conversation when you're having a good time? All right, so how do you know you're having a good time?
You're having a good conversation. If you aren't having good conversation, you are not having a good time.
Okay, so give me an example of a good conversation. Because again, I'm sitting at the dinner table and I want to know, I'm spending this money and the lady is sitting opposite me. And so in her mind, she wants to bring me good conversation. So give me good conversation. What is good conversation?
I think if a man does that for you, which is rare nowadays,
A man does what?
opens the door, pulls out the chair.
But we're going to assume that this is a guy who is doing that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying.
So he's a gentleman.
So we're going to say
So
he's going
I
to
don't
pay.
think a gentleman's going to expect anything from a woman for doing those things for her.
So a gentleman is going to put out a dinner,
Yes.
be a quality man, hold the door open, hold the chair in exchange for nada,
No.
for nothing.
Not for nada. You don't
Okay.
know what comes in the future.
No, we're talking about at that table.
Well, you don't just give everything up on the first night at the table.
Wait a minute, but you got to give up something.
Why?
Well, because the man has given the lady something that's called value for value. So what would the woman give the man?
Oh, so it's a business contract now. It's not a relationship.
Since when is a relationship not a business deal?
It's not a
It
business
is value
deal.
for value. I've never seen a woman that was with a man who never brought any value, and I've never seen a woman with a guy with a woman that never brought any value.
Well, it just happens that way. But it's not like you are expected to bring anything in particular.
Wait a minute. The law of nature is when you breathe in oxygen, you give off carbon dioxide. That is the law. We have to have value for value. The trees give us oxygen. We give the tree carbon dioxide. The man gives the lady a dinner. What does the lady give the man? You said conversation. I'm not disagreeing with that. I am saying what kind of conversation? What is she going to do? Talk about makeup?
It just depends on
No,
where-
give me a sample of a good conversation.
Okay,
you want to date a guy and you want a guy to
I
be a
was
gentleman.
traveling last year, and this is where I went, and this is what I did. And
Okay,
I
now,
had a wonderful
now
time.
that could
and
be a good conversation to you. That maybe the man doesn't want to hear about your traveling with your ex, or you're traveling with your female girlfriend and your postcards of the grandkids, or whatever the case may be. So the question is, what determines good conversation?
Well, it's when you're having a good time together.
I know you're telling me that when
I
okay.
can't tell you what the
But
conversation's going
this
to be.
is a coaching session for those that are listening.
Yes.
We have to give them a sample of what a good conversation is from a woman's perspective.
Okay, we're eating dinner. Start.
Okay, so we're eating dinner. Start what? The conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, are you enjoying your dinner?
I like it very much. Thank you.
Okay, but give me the conversation.